Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaylin and I own Ollie's Crochet, where we sell patterns, plushies, and more. I'm currently in my craft room and I'm filming on my iPhone because my SD card for my camera started to act a little bit shoddy and it was making a clicking sound in my last video, and I had to edit out so much content and the video would have been significantly longer, but I'm hoping that the quality on this and the sound is good because I still need to get another SD card. I haven't had time to just yet, so hopefully, like I said, it's all good and it works out, but if it is not, don't worry, it will not be for long. I should have a new card by my next video. I have a few little fun updates. So first, I am going to talk about the shirt drop. This is the inventory that I still have behind me. If you can see it, I think it shows pretty well. There's some shirts there, and then also behind this bin, there's some shirts next to it. This is all just my hats. But it went surprisingly well. I didn't sell out, but I didn't think I was going to, so I'm content with that. And I told my husband if we sell at least 18 shirts, I would be happy. I'm not even kidding. That's what we sold, between shirts and crew necks, of course. So it wasn't just 18 t-shirts, it was shirts and crew necks. So everything worked out. I'm very happy and I honestly can't believe it. I also am working on some Christmas crew necks. These are not them. This is just one that says Crochet Girly, but I'm thinking about Christmas crew necks. I have some designs under my sleeve. I'm probably only going to stick with one of them, so it's not like an overwhelming amount, but I just don't know if I'm going to do a red or green crew necks. I've also been crocheting this month, but not a ton. Today is the 10th, I believe. Yeah, today is the 10th, so September 10th, and I have 3 plushies completely done. 2 of them I did ship out 2 days ago, and one of them was in my last video. I will take it out and show it in a little bit. I'm gonna have to start filling up this bin for the month, but right now it's in my closet in my plushie bags, so that's something I'm gonna need to get out and show you guys. But it's just a little axolotl that I made that takes roughly an hour to make. I also did a custom order for a company that I'm doing a giveaway with. So this company ordered 2 mice, and I will put them up here. It's a little Christmas mouse that is based off of a character that they have that is really, really cute, that I will explain a little bit more about when the time comes. But in November, we are gonna be doing a giveaway with that company, and it is gonna be really fun. I have quite a few of their little toys that are for my daughter. They're holiday themed and they're precious. They're gonna be little things that I incorporate into my family traditions over the years. So I will, like I said, give more information about that when the time comes, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys with so much that is so far away. So that's all I'm gonna say about that subject for now. And now to get to what is actually happening. At the moment, we are working on baby chickens. These are basically the Mabel chicken pattern. I just modified it. However, I'm pretty sure Oak and Marlowe has a mini chicken pattern. I just saw these online. I saw another creator do them and I decided to just freehand them because that's what they said they did too. Like I said, I'm 99% sure that Oak and Marlowe has a mini pattern, and if they do and if I can find it, I will link it in the description because it's going to be similar to this. This isn't my own pattern that I'm going to release at all because, like I said, I'm just freehanding them and I'm not going to take from somebody else's idea, but you guys will see it there. But yeah, this is what I am currently doing. I'm thinking I want to place these in my mystery bag. So if you guys have been following me for a while on Instagram, I've been using these mystery bags for probably 6 months now, or maybe even more. Maybe it's even been like a year now I've been using these, and they're pretty much a hit on my markets. They also do really good online, and they recently sold out, so I just made the stock infinite, so as many people as they want can order mystery bags. I usually do them for $5. That's how much they are online, and they have miniature plushies. So the plushies are about the size of my baby mystery octos, but they're not the mystery octos. So the mystery octos I sell for really, really cheap. I only do those for $3 because they only take 5 minutes to make and hardly any material, so I don't mind letting go of those ones for cheaper. However, these ones usually take a little bit longer, not significantly, but they're definitely at least $5 plushies. Or sometimes I'll pop in a larger plushie. I know somebody purchased a mystery bag a few weeks ago and I didn't have any really small plushies on hand, so I threw in one of my small pumpkin buddies or pumpkin friends. I think that's what they're called. Whoops. I threw in one of my small pumpkin friends and I put that in there. So honestly, if I don't have a mystery bag, if I have a plushie that fits, it's gonna go in the bag. So it is very likely that if you order one, you're gonna get a plushie that is worth more than $5, but it just depends. It will always be at least $5 or more. So with that being said, I'm thinking for my next market, I'm gonna do mystery plushie bags with only chickens in them. I do think the marketing for that might be a little bit better in person because I have noticed that people want to know an idea of what's in the bag, which that I totally understand. They want to be sure they're not getting like ripped off and have, you know, something silly in there that's worth $1. So I have been making all of these chicken bodies since last night. So these are all of the little mini chicken bodies that I have. I have 23 of them, which I feel like is a pretty good number since last night. These bodies don't take long to make. They're about 5 minutes. However, doing the sewing and the embroidery of both the eyes, the nose or the beak, and then the little crochet comb, that's what's going to take a little bit longer. I do think the embroidery is going to take the longest part, but that could be because embroidery is an enemy of mine. It may not go super smoothly, it normally doesn't, and I have to redo it a couple times. But I also think these may be a little bit too small for safety eyes, and safety eyes would probably also be a pain in the butt. The smallest size that I have is 12 millimeter, and I have to super glue those every single time. I put super glue in the back of them just for like an extra security purpose, I guess, for extra safety. And I don't want to super glue the eyes on all of these because the super glue sucks. I usually end up gluing my finger to the yarn or to the plushie, and then I have to rip it off, and the glue's on the inside, so you can't tell. It doesn't harm the plushie, but it's really annoying because by the end of the day my fingers are covered in super glue. So I would like to avoid that because this would be 60 something eyes that I would have to glue on, and I don't want to do that. So in this video we are going to go ahead and finish these up. This is also going to be my reel for the day, so I'm going to be recording both on YouTube and for Instagram. So that's going to be tough, especially because I just realized I record Instagram on my phone and I'm using my phone for YouTube, so I really don't know how I'm going to successfully do that, but we're going to get it done. Let's go ahead and get started. Morning everybody, happy Saturday. Now I think the last time that I recorded was Wednesday, and I am such a ditz. I forgot to record the rest of my chickens, and I don't know what happened. My mind has been crazy this week, and I forgot to show you guys the rest of my chickens before I packed them into mystery bags. It's really such a bummer because they turned out so cute, so I am just gonna put a picture of them here. I did do a couple different ones, well actually a lot of different ones. I think I made a total of 22 of them, and none of them are the same. That was my goal, was to make them all different because they're in mystery bags. So if anybody gets more than one bag, I don't want anybody to get the same chicken. So they are all in here. These are the mystery bags. I normally do my mystery bags for like $5, but I think I'm gonna do these ones for probably $7 just because they took a little bit longer to make. But I get these bags from Vistaprint. I know I have shown them to you guys before, and they are really, really cute. They're great quality. They're honestly just poly mailers on Vistaprint, but you can customize them. So I got them to have my QR code on the back, what I sell, my logo, and then on the front it's my logo and it says mystery plushie. So I bring these to all of my markets. I also have them available on my website, but right now these ones are not listed separately on my website as mystery chickens because I just don't know 100% if I am going to change the price point because they are still very small, but I think $7 is pretty fair for these because like I said, normally the plushies that I put in here don't take long at all, but the extra details of the embroidery and the sewing I know I have to take into account, so we will probably update the pricing on these guys. As you can see, we have a ton of mystery bags. I did go ahead and put them all in the bin because I am counting it towards what I made this month. I know that the mystery bags take up a lot more space than the chickens, and maybe that's cheating a little bit as far as my filling the bin series that I always do, but I did want to go ahead and get them packed sooner rather than later so I could keep into account how many mystery bags I actually have. So I did decide for my market that I'm just going to do mystery chickens specifically rather than mystery plushie bags, just because the plushie bags could be any miscellaneous plushie, whereas the chickens chickens are just chickens. That way customers at least have a better idea of what they're getting, and I'll probably have a little sign with a picture that says like an idea of what it is exactly. This week I also worked on a sardine, which is a massive sardine that I actually forgot to show you guys earlier when I started filming. So beforehand I said I only made this axolotl. That was a total lie, an unintentional lie. I forgot that I made this, but I actually really love this. So this was actually for a brand deal that I had to crochet a plushie for that is on my Instagram, but I really do love the outcome of it. I did go ahead and embroider the eyes, which actually have upside down. So I did embroider the eyes, and this is not something that I normally do. You guys have heard me say it a million times. Embroidering eyes is an enemy of mine. I just suck at it. However, this one I feel like came out pretty cute. I have seen a lot of people do it with this where they do the white piece behind and then that little white piece on it, like a glare on the eye, and I think that made a world of difference. So this came out super fun, and I kind of do think I want to make a few more of these. It is a very simple pattern. Like I said, it's free on Hobby Yarn's website. Is it Hobby or Hobby? I don't know. It's free on their website, and I will link it in my description in case you guys want to make them. But I thought this would be really cool at my market in a galvanized bucket with a bunch of little fish sticking out, almost like someone went fishing and brought a bunch of fish back in a bucket. I think that'd be fun. Even though they are sardines and they're massive and sardines are not this big, I still think it's gonna be a fun little concept, and yeah, I'm gonna probably start doing that soon. I just don't know when. Other than that, that's actually all I've crocheted this week is all of those chickens, which I'm so bummed that I didn't take a full video on here for you guys. I might actually have some on my phone since I'm still recording on my phone because I'm waiting for my SD card. So I might actually have some on here that I used for like Instagram reels that I can go ahead and insert. So if that happens, great. But I do still have a few more things to show you guys, and I am definitely going to crochet today. It is only Saturday, so I have tomorrow to edit. So we're gonna get something else done this week, I promise. I wanted to show you guys, I also got a subscription box from Darn Good Yarn. They sent me this super cool little subscription box. This video is not sponsored in any way. This is my honest review of it because I think it's really cool, but I am gonna be posting a reel on Instagram for them as well because I just love this and I think it's so cool. I've never had a subscription box for yarn, and I think it's the most fascinating thing ever. So it comes with this little pattern book. It has, I think, 3 different patterns in it, and it talks about a yarn that it came with, which I will show you guys in a minute. That's the most exciting part. It is very pretty. This is the yarn that they sent. It is so pretty. I believe this is hand dyed. Let me see if it says. So each of our recycled silk yarns are hand spun and dyed by women in India. And like I said, before I post this on Instagram, an exact review, I'm gonna do more research on everything because I want to be honest when I do my reviews. So this is just like the first look at everything with you guys. This just feels like a great quality. It's very soft, and I like that it's not like plasticky. There's no acrylics or polyester in it, I don't feel, at least, and it says recycled silk, but it doesn't have that same plasticky feeling that like a Red Heart has. So this is also a lot thinner than a normal yarn that I'm used to, but I'm very excited to use this because it is just so stunning and it's handmade, and I think it'll make a really beautiful piece. Another thing I want to show you guys that I got in this morning, and I did not expect so early, but I got some more products from Vistaprint that I wanted to show you guys. As you know, I'm very out and open about my faith. I love Jesus. He is my heart and soul, and I love mixing that with crochet. Those are 2 of my biggest passions in life, is Christ and crochet. And then I also love coffee, so I include that too. But because of that, I went ahead and I got some keychains. I wanted something else to offer in my store. Just some little small things here and there that are like feel-good products that are just fun and a little bit out of the ordinary, I guess, not like your typical plushie that's in my store. So I decided to get these little keychains that match the green pistachio colored shirts, but they say Christ, coffee, and crochet, the exact same design, font, everything that's on my pistachio colored t-shirts. So I am going to be uploading these to my website. I'm only going to be doing these for $10 a piece plus shipping. Okay, that was a lot of chatting. Let's go ahead and get to crocheting. I don't know what I want to crochet exactly, but we're gonna figure it out. So I'm on my iPad right now, and Instagram on here is so tiny. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if I have to update it or something, but this is what we are working with. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see how small that is? I can't really hold it at a better angle because then the window is just going to shine over and you won't be able to see anything because I have the window open in here. It's called Tilly the Tiny Turtle by Crochet with Luna. So we're gonna go ahead and try to make this. This is something that I have been wanting to make for my markets. It is no-sew, and everybody asks for turtles at all of my markets, but I haven't brought a turtle to market in quite a while, or even made a turtle in quite a while. So this is gonna be something that we go ahead and work on and maybe get a few done. It'd be nice if I could bring at least like 5 to my market, but we'll see how quick the pattern works up and I'll kind of base it off of that. Okay, so I have only been recording on my phone now for this clip, 17 minutes it says, and I only started crocheting this around the 7-minute mark. So that is not too bad for this. It does say no sew, but then at the end of it, it says that the head is a bit wobbly. You can sew it to the top of the shell. That seems like it's probably going to be necessary. My guess is for every turtle. So even though technically you don't have to sew it, I think it's still like something that should be done because otherwise it might look a little wonky. But even with that, I don't think it's misleading by any means, the pattern, by saying no sew, because it's not required. It just is something that's suggested. But otherwise, I really think this is a really good pattern. I just cut the tail that was used to close up the body extra long, and then I'm able to weave it through the shell, and I'm just sewing it that way so that a new piece of yarn doesn't have to be cut, and then really it's even easier. So I definitely like this pattern a lot. I actually really enjoyed making that. It does call for safety eyes, but I'm gonna go ahead and embroider the eyes. I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm like really enjoying embroidering eyes lately, which I've never liked, but lately it's been kind of fun. So I am going to embroider these eyes. I'm not gonna do them all right now. I do that more in like an assembly line kind of thing where I will crochet a bunch of something and embroider the eyes all at once. So that is what I'm gonna do. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and make another turtle. Super fun, easy pattern. How cute. Look at that. I love how his little head tilts up like that. He's very fun and a good little size. So we're gonna go ahead and make a bunch more of these, and that's gonna be what we make today. I don't have a ton of variety in the room that I'm in right now, so the next one that I make is just going to be an inverted version of him. But I'm gonna go ahead and make him and then come back. Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. I am finishing up the week. I'm actually in the middle of editing this video right now, and then I realized I never finished filming it. Duh. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. We got a couple of orders in last night, so right now I'm just on my shipping website. I use Pirate Ship. They are like the most affordable and they're really good. I like them a lot. So I'm getting my shipping labels ready, but I don't think I'm going to print them on camera because that takes a little bit more time and I have to just double check everything. I need to be sure the shipping is 100% because I'm just, you know, I get nervous about that stuff. I don't want anything to get lost in the mail if I have the wrong address or zip code or whatever. What I am gonna do is go ahead and pack the orders with you guys. But before we get into that, I'm gonna show you how the turtles came out. I finished them all up last night and I ended up doing 5 of them, and I love this pattern. It is by Crochet with Luna _ on Instagram. It is a free pattern on her page, which is amazing. I feel like this is a hit pattern. Like, it's so good. She killed it. So I'm going to show you all the ones that I made. If you guys remember from yesterday, I was kind of sticking with the main colors that I had out in my living room with me, which was not a lot. It was pretty limited, and I really like the color combinations. I like how they came out a lot. I did this one with a variegated shell, and I did embroider all the eyes. I'm not gonna lie to you, embroidering the eyes was a struggle at first. I didn't like the placement, and one of these I embroidered like 4 different times. I think it was this one probably. I struggled, but then I got the hang of it and I really like the embroidered eyes a lot. I do personally think that the embroidered eyes are still easier than placing safety eyes in this, just because the location of the eyes might be a little bit tricky once the head is placed on. And if they're placed in the wrong spot to where they're not even on both sides, you can't remove them. So I don't know. I just think embroidery for this pattern was the easiest route, and I love how it came out. So you can see here, I have this one with like a teal body, and I guess that's more of like a muted blue shell. And then there's this one. This one's my favorite one. I love this one. This one is the perfect turtle color, I feel like. And it was just, you know, like I said, just grabbing whatever was next to me, and it came out really cute. And I barely won yarn chicken with this. I'm not even kidding. I had like maybe 10 inches of yarn left. So very thankful that I won that one, because I would have been annoyed. And then I did this one with the tweed yarn, and I showed you guys this one. This one is the inverted version of this one. So they came out really, really good. This pattern is so much fun. I really love it. I do plan on making quite a few of these and bringing them to my market, because turtles always do so well. I haven't made a turtle in such a long time. Therefore, I haven't had any in stock in such a long time because they sell out so fast. So these I'm gonna have to make a lot more of. I feel like I probably will sell these ones for like $12. I think that would be pretty reasonable. And I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of other makers sell these for. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. 10 out of 10 pattern. Actually, 100 out of 10 pattern. I highly recommend it. It is really, really, really good and really fun. Next, another fun part. So I don't remember if I told you guys yet. I talk a lot and forget what I say, but I have mystery bags now for $10 and $20. They also ordered a mystery octo and then a mystery plushie bag for $5. So they got all mystery things, which I think is super exciting. I think that's a lot of fun, so I'm very excited to pack it. So we're gonna go ahead and pack that order. We are also going to do a t-shirt order that we got. So let's go ahead and get to packing. If you ordered the mystery plushies, do not watch past this point, because otherwise this prize will be spoiled. I'm going to pick everything out and then come back. Okay, I'm looking at her order right now just to be sure that there is nothing specific that she wants. So I did say for my mystery grab bags and for mystery octos, if there is something specific you want, like a color, a theme, whatever, if I have it on hand in stock, because I'm not doing these custom at all, it is a total surprise, but if you have a preference, if I can accommodate it, I definitely will. So she doesn't have any kind of preference at all, so it's kind of fun. I get to pick it completely. So what I decided I'm going to do is, because Halloween is coming up, I'm gonna give her a Halloween plushie. So the $10 bags say that they're gonna have 1, 2, 3 smaller items to equal or be greater than $10. So I think for the $10 grab bag, I'm going to do this Halloween like Beetlejuice theme bat. I think that would be fun in there. This is actually a plushie that I have at my markets. It is the last one, so I'm gonna put this one in there for the $10 grab bag. Okay, so I think because that's one that I usually sell for like $24 at my markets, that's gonna be for the $10 bag. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that one up. Should I do, what I think I'm gonna do is, I was considering putting this in its own poly mailer, but I don't want to be wasteful because it's just gonna be thrown away, and I don't know if that's gonna be annoying to customers. And just really wasteful on my part. So I think what I'm gonna do is make this one the main mailer. I'll put the label in it and then put the mystery plushie bag and mystery octo in here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I don't know if this person loves Halloween, so I'm not gonna stick with the Halloween theme too much, but I am going to, for the little $5 part, oh, there's polyfill all over this. Okay, so for the $5 mystery plushie bag, this is the last one that I have of these. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in here for her. This one is really cute. And then the mystery octo, I just grabbed a random one, and it is this colorful one. So I'm gonna also put that in the mystery plushie bag and put this in here, but I do need to put little note in it, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Okie doke, so I am really trying hard to eliminate all of the extra packaging and plastic in my orders, but I do still have these little plastic bags, and I use them because I am crossing out one of the pieces on my plushie care cards because I don't want to waste them all because I have so many of them, but there's one piece that is irrelevant now. So I am just making sure that since I'm using Sharpie on that, I don't want any risk of it bleeding onto the plushie. I doubt it will, but that's not a risk I'm willing to take. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in here, and then her other two little mystery plushies in there. and close this guy up. Okay, so the mystery order is done. I will put a shipping label on it later. And then for the t-shirt order, it was for one of the Christ Coffee and Crochet ones. This is in a size medium. So we're gonna go ahead and just pack this up real quick. And that one is all packed. I like to get these as small as possible, so shipping is as cheap as possible for me and the customer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these labels printed, and those are ready to go. I think I am gonna go ahead and end out the vlog here. I have some more crocheting to do, and I want to make some more turtles, and then like I said, just finish up with these packages. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see in the future, if there's crochet challenges you want to see, if you want more market prep, and I will get that done for you. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!